All right, thanks a lot, Carly. Well, as we all know, just a few weeks ago, President Biden announced that a three-part plan is underway to take some of the financial stress off American families.
Yeah, and that includes pausing student loan repayments, providing up to $20,000 in debt cancellation, and making the student loan system easier to navigate. Here to help us with all that, friend of the show, Marquita Miller from 5 Star Business Tax Solutions is here. And Marquita, it's great to see you once again. Thanks for coming back and visiting with us.
It's always good to be here.
Yeah, this is really in the news right now. Anybody making less than $125,000 is eligible for student loan forgiveness, depending on what type of loan that they have. So, what are most people talking about in terms of about the student loan debt to you?
You know, so because you mentioned the dollar amount, the $125,000 versus if you're married filing joint, it's $250,000.
Okay.
So it's going to come up with some creative tax planning for couples to determine, do they want to file married filing joint, or would it be better for them to file married filing separate, so that one of them, maybe the household or individuals in the household, could qualify. So that's where we're seeing some of the questions come. There's tax planning to make sure that they can kind of shift income and make tax plans to help them reach the guidelines of the income. So
that's why we have you on. I had not even thought about that before. So there you go. There's an option for you right there.
Absolutely. And you know, it's really sad that some of the non-federal student loan folks who have private loans are not going to get to take advantage of some of these programs. But this is supposed to impact like 80 million individuals that will get reductions in their payment or forgiveness. And let's not forget about the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. They've expanded that a little bit. It used to be that you had to work consecutively with non-for-profits. Now they're going to give you time. Like if you didn't work for a non-for-profit for 10 years, but you did 5 years, it's going to be to individuals' advantage to look back if they've been educators, first responders, nonprofit employees, to look back and really dial in to see, can they get some credit for those years that they worked. So that's a real great caveat.
Yeah, and Marquita, you know, there's been a lot out there, some misinformation, some disinformation. Some people are saying, oh, you'll get the student loan forgiven, but you get dinged on taxes. It'll be a real tax liability. Is that true? So
normally when you have a debt forgiveness, you normally would get a 1099 and have to pay taxes. But the sweet thing about this is, it is debt-free, tax-free.
Wow.
So there will not be tax on this. So that's what really helps it. Because normally you would be shifting one tax burden and adding it to your tax. You know, the debt would be forgiven and you'd put it on your tax return. But that is not the case. And so that is a miscommunication and bad information, because this is set to be tax-free debt cancellation.
Okay, let's talk about also debt forgiveness in terms of people who have defaulted on the loans already. Maybe they have not gotten their degree, they've gotten into some money problems, and they're defaulting on that. Can they still get the forgiveness?
They still can apply for the forgiveness. Now, the beautiful thing is, if the amount that you're defaulted for, if all of that is forgiven, after you take your debt for relief, then great, you're done. But some people may have a small balance left or a larger balance left, depending upon their amounts, right?
Yep.
So that's a great time to get those loans back in rehabilitation and back on the right path, because a big chunk of that could have been taken away, and now you'll just have that small remaining balance to keep compliant, and it's a smaller payment than it would have been before for some taxpayers, because there was a cap of 10% of discretionary income. That would be your payment for those undergrad loans. Now it's went to 5%. So for someone who was a married couple, I did some numbers before coming out here, two family couple making $250,000 in income, their payments would have been $1,800 a month. Now it would be like half of that.
Oh, wow.
So yes, that is very impactful.
Yeah, that is. Somebody wants to save for a home or a car or something, they can get back on track. Going that way.
And unfortunately, sometimes people's credit has been really impacted. To avoid that, that's the real bad hardship, that they haven't been able to qualify for home because they didn't pay their student loans, or that their student loans were in default. And so this is going to help to kind of hopefully level the playing field a tad bit and allow for some forgiveness.
Marquita, our time is always so short here. I hate, but if you would like to ask Marquita, she's available to you. How can people get a hold of you, Marquita?
I'm on social media, Marquita Miller Joshua, on all social media platforms, and I'm right here in the Kansas City area. You can reach me and connect with me, and